On March 29, 2019, Samantha Josephson was exactly where millions of college students had been before, out with friends near campus, enjoying the final hours of a normal night. A senior at the University of South Carolina, Samantha was known as responsible, social, and careful. She wasn't reckless. She wasn't impulsive. She was someone who did things the right way. That night, she made a decision many people are encouraged to make. She called for a ride. Around 2 a.m., Samantha waited outside a popular bar district known as 5 Points. Her phone showed a rideshare vehicle approaching. Friends later said she was tired and ready to go home. Nothing about the moment suggested danger. No raised voices, no panic, no sense that something was wrong. When a black car pulled up, Samantha got in. Security cameras would later show her calmly opening the door, believing she was doing the safest thing possible. She even texted her boyfriend shortly after entering the vehicle, saying she was on her way home. That message would become heartbreaking, because Samantha never arrived. When morning came and she didn't answer calls or texts, concerns set in quickly. This wasn't like her. She didn't disappear. She didn't miss plans without explanation. Friends checked her location. Her phone was no longer moving. By late morning, panic replaced hope. Campus police were notified. Then city police. A missing person alert went out. Officers retraced her steps, reviewing surveillance footage from the bar area. What they saw shocked them, not because of what was visible, but because of what wasn't. There was no struggle, no force, no obvious crime. Just a young woman trusting that the person behind the wheel was who he claimed to be. By the end of the day, investigators feared the worst. And the truth, when it came, would devastate a family, a university, and a nation. As detectives focused on Samantha's final moments, one detail became central to the investigation: the car. Rideshare records confirmed Samantha had requested a ride, but the vehicle she entered did not match the information on her phone. The driver was not the person she was expecting. The car was not registered to the app. That realization shifted the entire case. Police began treating the disappearance as a potential abduction. Patrol units searched surrounding areas. License plate readers were checked. Tips flooded in as the story spread rapidly through South Carolina and beyond. Then, less than 24 hours after Samantha vanished, a grim discovery was made in a rural area outside Columbia. A body was found. Authorities soon confirmed what everyone feared. It was Samantha Josephson. The cause of death was homicide. The details were painful, and investigators withheld much of the information out of respect for the family. Now, the focus narrowed to one question: who was the man behind the wheel? Using surveillance footage, police identified a suspect vehicle, a black Chevy Impala. License plate data led them to a name: Nathaniel Rowland. Rowland was not a rideshare driver, but his car had a light mounted on the dashboard, making it appear legitimate in the dark. Investigators would later say this detail was critical. In the chaos of late-night bar crowds, the distinction was nearly impossible to see. Rowland was arrested the following day. Inside his car, police found evidence that linked him directly to Samantha. The case that began as a missing person search had become one of the most disturbing crimes in recent memory, not because of how loud it was, but because of how quiet. Samantha didn't ignore safety advice. She followed it, and that truth shook people across the country. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. The news sent shockwaves through the University of South Carolina and far beyond. Vigils were held. Students gathered, many holding candles, others holding their phones, rereading rideshare instructions they had followed for years. Parents across the U.S. asked the same terrifying question: how could this happen if she did everything right? Samantha's family spoke publicly with remarkable strength. They described her as kind, driven, and full of plans for the future. She was just weeks away from graduation. Her story spread nationwide, igniting conversations about rideshare safety, personal responsibility, and how easily trust can be exploited. For prosecutors, the case was strong. Surveillance footage, digital records, physical evidence. The timeline was clear. For the defense, there was little room to argue innocence. The trial revealed chilling details about how the crime unfolded, reinforcing the prosecution's claim that this was a deliberate act. Jurors listened as investigators explained how Rowland used deception, appearing legitimate enough to earn trust. That trust cost Samantha her life. As the courtroom proceedings continued, the public followed closely. This wasn't just about justice, it was about understanding how something so preventable had still occurred. In 2021, Nathaniel Rowland was found guilty on all counts, including kidnapping and murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The verdict brought accountability but not closure. For Samantha's family, nothing could restore what was taken, but they chose to turn grief into action. They became advocates for rideshare safety, working to educate students and travelers nationwide. As a result of Samantha's case, many rideshare companies implemented new safety features: PIN verification, improved driver identification, and stronger in-app alerts. Her death changed policy, but it came at an unbearable cost. Samantha Josephson's story is not about carelessness. It's about trust. She trusted a system designed to keep people safe. She trusted that appearances matched reality. And like millions of others, she believed she was making the right choice. That's why her story stays with people. It forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Danger doesn't always look dangerous. Sometimes it looks familiar. Sometimes it looks safe. Samantha's legacy now lives on in awareness, reform, and remembrance. Her name is spoken not only in mourning, but as a warning. One moment, one decision, one life forever changed, and one lesson the world must never forget.